So we are just here representing some of our team who work behind the scenes to get the surveys into the field. So if you have just an idea for a survey, you're not even sure how to formulate the questions or what questions we actually have in the study already, we can certainly help you with that. Jill is really good at that. We have a team of testers internally. We can do a number of things to sort of help you get your questionnaire even started off the ground. So we always say we can do anything. And so the common things we do are the randomizations, either within the questions or of modules. We've done shown videos, added graphics. We've had people listen to sound files. We always do a test file first to make sure they know how to put on their speakers, and we always embed the videos like through into the site so they don't have to download another platform to watch them. Of course, we can do specific sampling if you're looking to reach a specific group, specific age groups, specific areas of the US. Or people who have had specific experiences. So if you're only looking for a retired population, if you're only looking for a group of people with parents of young children, all of these background things we can find, and Marco will use them in helping you gather your sample. We just recently did a study where we were looking for people who had worked with rollover IRAs. So we even had, we have so many questions, and most things that you are looking for, we may have already asked. If not, we can do a screener survey to find the population that you're looking for. And then, of course, with the fielding, we've done lots of tracking surveys. COVID and the social media and the AI are some samples of that. And as other groups have mentioned, staggering survey opening dates, if you're looking for, to spread something out across a period of a month, like the Federal Reserve of Atlanta, they do their diary tracking survey over the entire month of October. So they get a sample of spending over that month every year, instead of just concentrating on the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, or whatever. And then, yes, if you are the survey authors, we can give you access to the data so you can look at it each day as the new data comes in. So then there are other things we do that are not just included in the default package, which includes, as Jill mentioned, receiving transcripts from these students, redacting them so the students' names aren't on there. We've had studies where people have uploaded receipts from restaurants when we were looking at sort of healthy eating purchases. We can distribute all of these wearables. We've distributed that ActivePal that Avira talked about. We've done Actigraph, we've done Fitbits, we're sending out some smartphones to some older people right now who have expressed an interest and said that they didn't have a smartphone, so they'd be eligible for some of these studies. And we create user guides, and we have a help desk team who most of them speak English and Spanish and are able to help the respondents. And then we can also, Marco can design special population survey weights if your sample is really specific and the general population weights that we create will not work for that population. And then a whole set of qualitative work. Lila Rabinovich is in the room, and she is our representative about that, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. We also can help you with deliverables. A lot of you are researchers, so you don't really need this help, but we've often worked with clients who need a PowerPoint generated at the end with some top line analysis, and that we can do, again, for additional cost because it takes additional time, but we do offer these services if you need these things. And as Ravi showed, we can help you with some visuals if you're looking to get the data to audiences in a more simple way. And we've also done work with people who need ADA compliant programming, which just requires some adaptations in sort of how the surveys are presented. So about the qualitative services, CSER staff do all of the interviews ourselves. We do phone interviews. We do not do in person. We do not do video. We have never asked our respondents to share their likeness in that way, so we've only worked with them on the phone. But we have had them go through many things, from cognitive interviews to really deep dives into sort of questionnaire development and understanding of phrases. And then we've had our team of qualitative researchers sort of summarize these findings to give us a new iterations of all of our materials, including our recruitment materials, but certainly for survey development, if it's a concept that may be new or that you're just trying to find the best way to ask these questions. Oh yeah, so if you do really think you want a focus group, we can do a focus group. It just won't be with our UAS respondents. USC has a number of sort of pools of people that that we can engage. And then Leela also has run focus groups all across the US on different subjects when we're looking for very specific populations. Like we did some studies looking at Hispanics' preferences for retirement. So that's just one example of focus groups we ran with people outside the UAS to inform our surveys. Why qualitative? I think everybody here probably understands how useful it is to actually be asking a question in a clear way. Cognitive testing is really helpful to check that people really are understanding the question and can use, and you'll be able to use the data and interpret it in the way that you think you presented it. We also do it for pre-testing. It's just if you have something that you want to learn about and you want to explore different ways to present the information. And also to deeper probe. Sometimes we get responses that we don't necessarily understand, and we've done follow-up calls with respondents to explain sort of why they answered the questions in a certain way, why they listed certain things in an open answer, and so to learn more even about after the fact findings. Um, and, and these were graphs we did during COVID. A lot of people set this as a bookmark and looked at rates and vaccinations. These are some of the AI graphs that we're working on right now about being concerned about the use of AI. And then this is also another version of Robbie's social media usage and experience content that you would consider bad for the world, which I just thought also was a really good question. So the team. So we are a mixed group of researchers, so including econometricians, survey practitioners, customer service, experts, economists, psychologists, and they all sort of contribute to our final products. We manage everything in-house, all the programmers, all the help desk. We are all in our offices either in DC or at USC in Los Angeles. We designed the open source software that we run the surveys on and the sample management system. And we have some help desk staff members here today to learn more and be inspired about what we can do to make everything we do better. And then this is some of us from our latest group. Mark and Jessica are here, and Ari is here, and that's us on the steps of our building. And these are the programmers who don't like to show up to these pictures. And that's it.